I'm Dennis Martinek, and I'm running for Southbridge Town Council on June 26th. The Khyber Pass is a mountainous region that connects Pakistan to Afghanistan and has been the site of various acts of warfare, such as invasions by Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan. More recently, the Khyber Pass has been used by the Soviets during their invasion of Afghanistan, and since the start of the invasion of Afghanistan in 2001 by U.S. forces, to help supply NATO troops with necessary food and supplies. U.S. convoys have come under attack by pro-Taliban forces and those sympathetic to the Taliban. When I moved to Southbridge, my neighbor, the late Mr. Cotton, told me stories of his having traveled through the Khyber Pass. One stood out in my mind, and he loved telling me about it. He and his guide took a break in the Khyber Pass to stretch their legs. Mr. Cotton got out of the Jeep and loved how the mountains looked and took out his camera. As he raised it and was about to take a picture, his guide quickly grabbed his arm and pulled it down to his side and yelled, "No!" The guide then proceeded to direct his attention to a sniper with a rifle aimed in their direction. That taught him just how dangerous this region is. By now you're probably wondering, what does the Khyber Pass have to do with the town of Southbridge? The week of June 1st, 2012, at a meeting of the General Government Subcommittee, Town Manager Clark said the following regarding the access road, unaware that he was being filmed at this very public meeting. On November 26, 2011, just 7 short months ago, Pakistan closed the Khyber Pass so that the essentials that the NATO troops needed could no longer be delivered in that region. This was in retaliation for a military strike by the United States against the Taliban group within Pakistan. In other words, making light of the region is not a compliment, rather it's an insult to the people of Southbridge by our town manager, Chris Clark, by stating that the access road is as dangerous as the Khyber Pass. Shortly after making the comment, Town Manager Clark realized that he was being filmed and said, "Oh, they got the cameras on." Wasn't the access road built so that it would lead businesses to a still non-existent business park? Instead, after more than $7.5 million, the road only leads to the landfill, and in fact, in the same general government meeting, it became clear as to why. Apparently the reason that we don't have a business park is that, get this, we don't have a road to get there. That should leave the people of this town wondering, what was this road for then? The people of Southbridge are not stupid, and they can see this for what it is. Town Manager Clark and his supporters on the council, Denise Clements and Larry Spinelli, have finally come to the conclusion that to get to a business park, the road we built for this purpose won't work. Unfortunately for us, according to Clark, we don't have the money to build it. So to summarize, the dangerous road, according to Town Manager Chris Clark, that we built for access to the business park doesn't really go there. We have to blast rock to build a road, but we don't have the money to do that. So our uninformed and out-of-touch town councilors continue their pursuit to find any way possible to grow government more with us as their dupes. But there's a better idea that they've hatched. Want to know what it is? Stay tuned later this week for details of their plan to help build yet another road for which, to date, no one has expressed any interest in moving into. But somebody does benefit. Find out who.
It's time to stop the madness. The fault lies with tax and spend councilors like Clements and Spinelli, who, without a roadmap, will never reach their destination. This is what you have when you lack transparency in government and logical, informative discussion and debate in the best interests of the people of Southbridge. Remember, they hope that you don't come out to vote. Apathy is their friend. Please share this video with all your friends and neighbors through email, Twitter, and Facebook, and talk with them as well. All of us have to tighten our belts during this down economy. All of us have to make do on what we have and put off what we want. The town council and town manager need to be held to the same high standards. Hold them accountable. Vote.
Every time this runaway train spends more money on street sweepers, roads, backhoes, and figuring out how to hire back lawyers like John Giorgio and Mike Scott to once again solve this mess, we pay the price. We pay for it with the hard-earned money that we make. When we buy something, we expect nothing but the best. Town councilors like the incumbents running for re-election need to be held accountable for their tax and spend ways. Let them know when you go out to vote that the time has come for creative, out-of-the-box thinkers. Unelect the incumbents, and together we can end this quagmire.